This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. Okay. So this is an
Yeah.
example of to upper. Okay. So maybe I'll copy this and paste it on PPT so that when you get PPT, you can see the example as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
cat. Okay. So in Python, you have seen the usage of print,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um,
Yeah.
in um, in uh, in in R, let's say I want to give print something like this: answer to the problem is, comma. Let's say I say D. Okay. Now I run it. Okay. So answer to the problem. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
uh, the value D is not yet printed.
Okay.
D is this, right? This has to
Yeah.
come here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Or something second part. Okay. Okay. So it says print answer problem second part NA was in. So we cannot pass more than one parameter to print. So print, it can only print one line. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It cannot print two different things. So
Okay.
one way is, instead of use print, you use
Mm-hmm.
cat.
Get. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cat is mostly used for concatenation.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this stands for concatenation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you talk about, say, here like this, cat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, uh, you give a remaining part to it. So this is how you will declare cat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And if you run it, okay, answer to is second part, right? So you
Okay.
can write multiple parameters here. So you say that answer to the problem is, you can give value D here. Now you run it, answer to the problem is 0,
0.
right? So the value of D
Yeah.
got substituted. So whatever you are putting in double quotes are fixed
Okay.
statement, right? Those are fixed
Mm-hmm.
values. But what you don't put in double quote is
Mm-hmm.
variable, right?
Variable.
And the
Yeah.
variable is replaced with its value.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike in print, print only takes only one
One value.
in one value. Yeah, concatenate can take multiple values, and you can even say something like this. Okay, uh, and okay, let's say meters or feet. Problem is in feet. So we say, so here now you're passing three different values, right? We're passing fixed.
Mm.
Uh, yeah. So you see that? You got 1 second,
Yeah.
huh? I'm getting a call.
Mm-hmm.
1 second.
Yeah. No problem.
Pallavi, yeah, tell me. Yeah, hi Pallavi. No problem. So tomorrow I have got sequel class from 11 to 4:30. Okay. Uh, so what I was, yeah. Okay. After 7, is it possible to come down? Yeah. So I'm saying that we will not have a demo class. We'll have a full class. You attend 2 days of full class, then you make the payment and attend the classes. Okay. Why to waste time on demo class? Okay. We'll have a full class. Yeah. See, one guy is 1 week old and one guy is 2 days old. Okay, so if you come, then you will be the newest of all the three. That is also okay. We can do something, and we will make you up to date with them. And then after they leave, we can do extra classes, and you can continue. Not a problem. If we can cover something tomorrow, Monday it will be easier. That's it. It will be easier for me. Otherwise, if you can't come tomorrow, Monday is fine. Yes, 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 yes. Please come. Certainly. We'll do that. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Sure. Bye. Thanks. Bye. Yeah, I'm sorry. One of my student was calling me. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
here you have three different values. Okay. Answer to the problem is one fixed. Then you have did
Mm-hmm.
the value which will replace the value here, and then feed. So answer to the problem is 0 feet. Right.
0 feet.
You can have
Okay.
any number of arguments. So that's the difference between your print and your cat,
Cat.
which
Mm-hmm.
really stands for concatenate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Concatenate. Okay.
Right? So cat,
Yes.
the short form for concatenate. You can concatenate more than one value. So you, of course, you are adding, you are concatenating more than one values
Mm-hmm.
together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we're
Yeah.
talking about paste. So we go with paste. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where is my studio? Okay. So paste. Okay. And here you can put it works similar to your print. Okay, so you can say 1 to 12. Let's see what happens. It has printed 1 to 12.
1 to 12.
Now let's do print and see the difference between paste and print. Okay,
It's not
so
cured. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so here by default, what it has done, it has
Executed.
printed a string type,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And in print, it hasn't printed
As a string.
as a string. And also, if you talk about this example, okay, paste. Okay, so answer to the problem is 0 feet. Answer to the problem is 0 feet. It has printed
Mm-hmm.
in string. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's what it is. It is different. Otherwise, it's exactly the same property that
Mm-hmm.
is cat.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm going to paste this also here for your reference. Okay, PrintF is interesting. Let me delete all this. Okay. So it is print. Okay. The difference is in printf, you give um, the it's called as formatting. Okay. So you also give formatting. Okay, this is very similar
Mm-hmm.
to C programming. The way it is done, and it
Mm-hmm.
is mostly used for formatting. So let's say you are printing a float value, okay, and you want up to 2 decimal places,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Yeah.
what you do here is, so let's say sprintf, and you say it will be like print, it is one single code, okay, but you can give multiple values inside it itself. So example I'm giving you is, let's say, um, uh, percentage s. Okay, so I'm going to call it as a problem number one. Let's say title is problem number one. So I'll say the answer to the percentage s, which is problem number, is, okay,
Mm-hmm.
percentage I for integer, okay, and percentage f for float. So I'll show you how. First, let me put percentage I. Answer to the percentage s is percentage I. Okay. Now you have
Mm-hmm.
to say comma here and map the percentage s and percentage I, okay, to the value. So percentage s we want to put title. Okay, that's a string type. So only string type of variable can be attached to it. Okay, and now I'm saying percentage I, which is d. Okay, and let's say we can say which is feet. Yeah. Okay, so now if you run it, I don't know why. Okay, let me quickly go through. Okay, so it says the answer to the percentage s is replaced with problem number one.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? Problem number
Yeah.
one is a variable value of the variable title, which of types character, right? That's why we say percentage s. Percentage s is for characters, string types. Is percentage I, so you got zero.
Okay.
Also, I mean, or I would say percentage f, okay, and again I'm going to say d, okay. Let's see what happens here. If you run it, you get or 0.00000. When I said f, it became float, and this is what they gave us. Now let's say I want to have exactly, uh, let's try one decimal place. So I'm going to say, okay,
Mm-hmm.
0.0f. Okay, between percentage and f, I'm giving this value. Now if I run it, okay, 0.0 f, and also I have to, there's one more percentage here. Let's see if this runs. Or zero. Oh, something is wrong here. Uh, wait, wait. Or let's say I. Why it's not coming? Point zero means it should say the two decimal places.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me put three here, two here. I think I got it wrong. I think this is how it works. Yeah, yeah. So point the number of places that you want to give after decimal places.
Okay.
Okay. So if I give
Okay.
point two, that means you need two decimal places,
Mm-hmm. If you
uh,
put point three, then means three
three
decimal
decimal
place, right?
places. Yeah. So you'll
Mm-hmm.
get triple zero.
Okay. So you have to write like this. First, the percent s is dash percent integer, then comma, then the value like you put the title, right?
Yeah. So see, if you want to print integer only, right? then you'll just say percentage I. If you want
If
to
I put,
print full, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, yeah, you are telling, yeah.
Yeah, and if you want to print string, then you will say percentage S. If you
Okay,
want percentage F for float type.
okay. I for integer, F for float. Like if one logical, then L. Uh, it's for the
Um,
certain things, not for logical, right?
Good question. I never had this question. So, uh, oh, I don't think logical will use. I'm just thinking of a situation
Yeah.
where you would want to print. Um, See, you have E4 exponential. Exponential, you'll have it. Logical, I don't think of. Let's see. When we come across, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, yeah. So this is about sprintf. This is for formatting. Okay. You can say so here. Advantage is now I'll see the difference between cat and sprintf. Cat paste. So if you have to put three different parameters, three different
Mm-hmm.
values, so you have to say
Mm-hmm.
one value, comma, then again one value, comma, and you have to keep
Mm-hmm.
on repeating it, right?
Yeah.
But in sprintf, so you put everything under one double quote.
Mm.
You don't have to repeat the double quote like unlike
Yeah.
here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you give the values that you want to print in that place. So percentage S, percentage D, percentage F, these are all, or percentage I, these are all placeholders.
Okay.
Okay, and then you
Yeah.
replace those values later.
Mm-hmm.
And sqrt is simple. Sqrt is used to find square root. So if I say print hey, print sqrt of 25, it should give you 5.
Five.
Okay, simple.
Yeah.
So these are some of
That's.
the functions that you'll use frequently. There are a few more which we'll come to know as we start using it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so quickly we'll move to next topic. Okay, try working on this third problem, second and third. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll move to uh, third topic, which is decision making.
Okay.
Okay, now what we have been doing till now is we are going through line by line, right? First you perform,
Mm-hmm.
step one, then step two, then
Mm-hmm.
step three, things like that. Okay, but let's say you want to um, I'll just give an example. Okay, let's take with an
Mm-hmm.
example. I'm saying English mark, E marks. Okay, for example, let's say I'm giving 50. Hindi marks, let's say I say 70. Okay, maths
Mm-hmm.
marks, let's say 90. Say science marks, let's say 75. Let's say social studies marks, let's say I say 85. Okay, now
Mm-hmm.
I'll find sum of these. So I'll say sum equal to E marks plus H marks H marks. What happened? Okay, anyway, marks are common. So E marks, H marks plus M marks plus S marks plus T marks. Okay. I
Mhm.
say print. So print will not work. So I have to say cat sum of the marks obtained is comma sum. Right. And now I'll
Mhm.
calculate average. So I'll use same cat and say and average of the marks obtained is, I'll say sum by 5.
Okay.
Okay. So what has happened? See, sum of marks obtained is 370. Average of marks obtained is 74.
Mhm.
In print, okay, this is another difference. If I say print hello and I say print there, okay, now let me run and show you. So print hello and there printed in two different lines. So by
Mhm.
default, print will change the line, but cat
Yeah.
is not going to change the line.
So the same
Okay,
line.
the same
Mhm.
line. So you have to give slash n, that is new line character. Now if you run it, you got in two different lines. Some of the marks obtained is 70, average of the marks obtained is 74.
Okay.
Right? This is one simple
Mhm.
program to find sum and average of marks obtained in a class. Okay. Now,
Mhm.
based on the the average that you have got, we would like to assign the grade. Okay. So let's say if you get more than 70%, you assign grade A, and if you get less than 70%, no, let's not give any grade, for example.
Mhm.
Then you have something called as if. We need to use if for conditions. So we need to print all the grade, but only for specific value, right?
Mhm.
So we have to
Mhm.
check the condition, and if condition is met, then we will print. Otherwise, we will not print. Correct?
Mhm.
So this talks about the syntax. So first, we'll only talk about if. If condition. Condition is what? Av sum by 5. Okay. Greater than equal to 70. Then bracket open. Okay. And bracket close. Flower bracket open. Within this, you have to put what is relevant in this case. If average is greater than 70, we'll say cat you got grade A. Okay, so in this case, since it is uh, if, so we can give a condition here. Okay, okay. So I forgot I have to give slash n.
Mhm.
So say you got grade A, right?
Okay.
Now
Yeah.
let's say if I obtain less mark, I obtain 30 here, and if I run it, you got average 62, but there's no grade printed. Why is that
Mhm.
so?
Because we didn't put the.
Because sum by 5 is less than 70. So this condition is false. This condition is not meeting, correct? If this condition is not meeting, this line of code will not, this condition is not met, right? Where is the
Mhm.
mouse? This condition is not met. If
Yeah.
this condition is not met, then this will not be printed.
Mm.
Okay?
Okay.
Your program will
Mhm.
come here out of this if. Okay? And there's nothing beyond that. So it's not printing. Now let's say
Mm.
you have only two conditions. If it is less than I mean, if it is greater than 70, grade A, or if it is less than 70, you say you did not get grade A, for example.
Mm.
Then we have, so remember, if you have only one condition to check for, like this, in the current example, you have only one condition to check for. In
Mhm.
that case, we use only if. Okay.
Yeah.
If you have two conditions to check for, just two conditions, like more than 70 and less than 70, right? So I
Mhm.
say
Mhm.
else, bracket open, and I say cat slash n, you did not get grade A. So in this case, oops, slash, I forgot to put double quote. How is that possible? Okay, you did not get grade A,
Yeah.
right? So this
Mhm.
is when you have two conditions. Now let's say I want to check for four conditions. More than 70 grade A, 60 to 70 grade B, 50 to 60 grade C, and less than
Mhm.
50 grade D.
Mhm.
Okay, let's want to give four grades. Then what we do is we give what is called as else if. Else is the last condition.
Mhm.
You have to use else if, right? So else if condition. So condition else if, what is the condition here? Sum by 5 greater than equal to 60, and you say you got grade B. Any question here?
No.
Sure.
Yeah. I
Okay.
understand everything, but I think it's right hard to learn everything.
No, 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 it's
But
not hard.
use this
Practice. Tell you practice.
practice.
Okay.
Uh,
So else if sum is greater than 50, okay, I'm going to say you got grade C. I'm going to explain you again, okay? Once this is done,
mhm.
I'm going to explain you again. Got grade C.
See.
Now you'll have else, final condition. Print, oh, you got grade D. Cat. Okay?
Mhm.
So run it, no error. Yeah. So look at this condition. We are learning about this today. If sum by 5 greater than 70. So if is keyword. So first thing you have to
Mhm.
remember is number of if else and else. When to put if, when to put if else, when to put else. Simple.
Mhm.
Okay. When you have only one condition, you'll only have one if statement.
Mhm.
Okay. If you have two conditions, you'll have if and you'll have else. More
Okay.
than two condition, you'll have if else in between. So if you have five if conditions, you'll have first one if, last one
If
else, and between three all will be if else.
else if else. Mhm.
Else if, sorry, else
Mhm.
if condition, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
if more than two condition, the middle ones will have else if.
Mhm.
Okay, that's the first point to remember.
Yeah.
How many conditions you have?
Mhm.
If else, why did I say if else always? Else
Else if
else if, and then else. Okay,
else.
okay.
Mhm.
If will have conditions, else will not have condition. So else if
Mhm.
will have conditions. Okay, that's the first to
Okay.
remember. How many if, how many else, how many
Yeah.
else if.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing you need to remember is if is always followed by condition. So if
Okay.
bracket open and give the condition.
Okay. Yeah.
We can give multiple condition, but slowly we'll get into multiple condition. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
not
Mm-hmm.
will take time to we'll get into multiple condition.
Yeah.
If condition, so condition will have some equation greater than, less than, not equal to. These are conditions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
the output of condition is either true or false. Output of condition is either true or
Mm-hmm.
false,
So,
right?
yeah.
So you got grade A is an okay. So that's the condition. So here you have sum by 5 greater than equal to 70 is the condition. Sum by
Mm-hmm.
5 greater than equal to 60 is condition. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that is number 2 rule. Always if we'll have a condition.
Condition. Mm-hmm.
Third thing is after you put the condition bracket close, you will have
Mm-hmm.
flower bracket or curly bracket open.
Mm-hmm.
Curly bracket open and curly bracket close will be in next line. Same line curly bracket open should be there. This is how you should
Okay.
remember. Curly
Mm-hmm.
bracket open should be in the
And the same
same
line.
line. Okay. And the next
Mm-hmm.
line, next lines. Here I have only one line. You can have 5, 10, 15 lines of code. Next lines will have
Mm-hmm.
will have the
Curly bracket closed.
content
Oh, the
content yeah
yeah.
curly,
Mm-hmm.
between open and close.
Between open and close.
Open and close,
Mm-hmm.
you need to have set of instructions which are relevant for that condition only.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so the print grade A is relevant for condition that is greater than 70.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first thing, how many if else if. Second thing, condition. Third thing,
Mm-hmm.
curly braces, and between curly braces you have to put the content relevant for that
Content.
condition.
Yeah.
Fourth thing, when you are putting second condition,
Mm-hmm.
it should begin from the end of after end of curly brace. So like this is the end of curly brace, it
Mm-hmm.
should begin after that
Okay, it's the same line, right?
in the same line.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay.
The reason being, R is a interpreter based language. If you
Mm-hmm.
do not write else in that line, and if you write else in second line, Python will
Mm-hmm.
think, oh, this does not have else, and it will end the
Mm-hmm.
program there.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, for
Yeah.
example, you tell me that I will join at 10 o'clock, but you wait for me till 10:05. If I don't join, that means I'll not be able to join. Let's say you say this. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll log in at 10. I'll wait till 10:05. You are not there. I'll log off. But
Yeah.
let's say you came at 10:06,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
condition is says that I have to. You told me wait till 10:05. So same thing here. It's an interpreter based language. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
interpreter based language means every line has a
Mm-hmm.
meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike C, C++, Java, where you write whatever lines of code you want to write, but okay, but
Yeah.
and you can run all them together. No, in R or in the same case with Python, you have to run each line. So if you don't write else in the same line, the R will think that you do not have second condition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's why
Yes.
we need to put the else also in the same line where you end the curly brace.
Mm.
Must. Okay, this
Yep.
is it. I'll be silent for 1 minute. Just try to go through each of these in your mind and tell me if
Mm-hmm.
you understood correctly or not everything.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
go through each line. Go through each line. Then tell me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I'll give you assignment. Note it down. Okay. Note down the program.
One second.
Write a program
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
to check.
Mm-hmm.
Write a program to check um, if uh, yeah, if write a program to check if a person is eligible to vote in US or not.
Mm-hmm.
If a person is eligible to vote
Mm-hmm.
in US or not. So for this, you will ask the user to input their age and nationality.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so person will enter age and nationality, and you have to check
Mm-hmm.
if age is more than 18 and nationality is US. Only then that
Mm-hmm.
person is
Legible.
eligible to vote in US.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You want me to do it now?
No, 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 no. You do it after class ends so that you can
Okay.
you can check it tomorrow. Okay. Now
Okay.
coming back to our function, I think we missed one function called read line. Read line. Now what happens here? I had to enter e marks equal to 50, right? Now
Mm-hmm.
let's say you want to change this every time you run the program.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Instead of writing 50, now if I put 50, you cannot change. You have to manually go and change it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let's say you want to change it while you're running the program, right? So you put read line. Read line means it's a function where you are saying read the value. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's see if I run it. See, it is waiting for me to enter some value. Otherwise, you would have got that angular bracket executed. So this is waiting
Mm-hmm.
for me to enter some value. I can enter 80
Okay.
here. Okay, right? But now let's say if I again run this, it is waiting for you to enter value, but you don't know what value to enter. Now I have written the
Mm-hmm.
program just now, so I know
Mm-hmm.
what I want to enter here. I want to enter English
Mm-hmm.
marks. But let's say same program I write today, and after 1 month I'm going to check it. I'll forget
Mm-hmm.
was it English marks
Mm-hmm.
or was it Hindi marks, was it science marks or social
Mm-hmm.
marks. I will not know. So you can give what is called as prompt. Okay, you can give it as a
Mm-hmm.
prompt or some kind of suggestion. So but for for R it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
For R it doesn't matter you give text or not. Whatever input you give, that value will be assigned to E.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry, E marks. But it is for us to know what we are asking. So inside read line you can put a text saying enter English marks, marks in English marks, let's say. Enter English marks. Now if I run it, okay, let me put some value here for, and let's run this again.
Mm-hmm.
So it says enter English marks, and it's waiting for you to enter. So you
Okay.
know exactly what you want to enter,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So you put
When you
here,
know you can add it later, right? Whenever you
right?
want to. Okay.
Every time I run this program, it is going to ask. It's called dynamic input. The read
Mm-hmm.
line is used for dynamic input.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to copy this and paste it here. Example. So
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah.
So my question is correct. You got my question right. I want you
Mm-hmm.
to write a program to
Yeah.
enter age and nationality of a person and tell if that person is eligible to vote in US or not. Simple.
Okay. Hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Now that was condition. What we just discussed is condition.
Mm-hmm.
So based on the condition, you are checking what you should execute, what should appear here. Now we are talking about loop. Loops means what? Something that you need to run more than once.
Mm-hmm.
If I tell you enter the marks of 10 students, okay, calculate average and give grade. Now what you see on the screen is program. Okay, so there is one more click trick here before I go to next topic. Okay, I run
Mm-hmm.
this marks in English. I put some marks. I go here. Okay, I print hello. There. Okay, what happened was, I think I have to do it from again. I'll tell it. This is not required. Okay, I go to English marks. I go here. I say 70. Then I execute next line. Hindi marks, maths, science, social studies. Now, what happened? Sum equal to E marks plus H marks is saying non-numeric argument to binary operator.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What happened? Tell me. Guess, guess. I know it's. I'm not told you, but try to guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll tell you. See, when you say H marks equal to 70, okay, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
We are saying H mark is a of type integer,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Yeah.
H mark by default it became integer. But when you are reading from user, right? You don't know what value reader will enter,
Mm-hmm.
correct? When you don't know what value user will enter, in that case, it becomes difficult, or what is called as um, not difficult, but uh, what kind of data type should R assign to it? Okay, so what happens
Mm-hmm.
is by default, data Python, sorry, R or Python, both is the same thing. Will make it string type. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you got it? What I'm saying?
No.
Now, when I ask you,
Mm-hmm.
Jasmeet, give me something, give me some input. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, when I ask you, give me some input, you can give me any kind of input, right? I
Yeah.
would not know what kind of input you're giving me. You can give me a
Mm-hmm.
character input, you can give me an integer input, you can give me a float input.
Mm-hmm.
It will be all confusion, right?
Yeah.
To
Mm-hmm.
avoid confusing, what R has done is it's assumed that whatever you enter is of type string. So by default, the read line will convert whatever you are giving into string. So if I give 50 also here, I gave 50 here, right? But
Mm-hmm.
it is treated as 50 in string, not as an integer 50. So
Okay.
you have to what is called as explicitly convert into integer.
Okay.
Explicit convert. What is happening is implicit conversion into string. When you are reading through read line,
Mhm.
implicit conversion into string is happening. When you are reading, sorry, when you
Mhm.
want to convert that into integer, because that's a string, a character, you have to
Mhm.
explicitly convert into
And
integer.
integer. Mhm.
And this is how you do it. Okay, so you say e-marks equal to, so I'm changing e-marks only. As is a default class, as dot integer.
Integer. Okay.
As dot integer. So integer is a function which will convert. So I'm going to say e marks here. Now as dot integer e marks will now become integer type.
Mhm.
This is how you convert integer. Let me also put this here on special thing. As dot integer. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll convert into, let me put inside read so that it will okay, it's inside. So you're going to convert this into integer now. Now if I run this
Mhm.
program, it will work without any problem. So I say 70 and I run the second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line, sixth line, seventh. So see, sum
Yeah.
is done successfully.
Hmm.
Sum obtained is 330, average is 66, grade is B.
Mhm.
Oh my god, this drum beat around. Give me 5 minutes, I'll go on mute, okay?
Okay.
Is it disturbing?
No.
Okay, if it's not disturbing, then I can continue.
Yeah. It's fine
Okay?
for me.
Yeah. So you got grade B. 66 means you got grade
Mhm.
B. Okay?
Mhm.
So this is about your if, read, if, if else condition. Now coming
Mhm.
back to the original topic that we were talking about. Loops. So loop is to execute
Mhm.
specific code. Okay? Specific code or a specific instruction more than once. If I tell you the getting louder. Uh, if I tell you to enter marks for 10 students, what we
Mhm.
have done here in our studio is for one student, correct?
Mhm.
Now, if I ask you to do it for 10 students,
Mhm.
what will you do? You will copy and paste 10 times,
No. Yeah.
right? I mean, oh, you can do
Yeah.
that, but that's
Yeah.
not a good way. If you have to do for million, you have to copy and paste million times, and if you
Mhm.
forget counting, you're gone,
Mhm.
right? So we
Yeah.
have something called as loop. Loop
Okay.
means repeating set of instruction more than once, number of times
Okay.
that you want to do it.
Mhm.
Okay, there
Yeah.
are three condition or three ways to do that.
Mhm. Repeat
Repeat loop, while loop, and for loop.
for loop.
Okay, repeat
Mhm.
loop means you are saying keep doing it. Okay,
Mhm.
for example, in our school time, right, teacher would ask you to, like in PT and all, they'll ask you
Mhm.
to keep doing it.
Mhm.
Okay, and then one fine this thing, they say, okay, stop now, let's change, right? Okay, so that is like a repeat means you there is no condition, you are just repeating.
Mhm.
Okay, and if I think you have done sufficiently, I will say
Mhm.
stop, then you will stop.
Okay.
Okay, while loop is like condition till you get, till you improve your handwriting, you have to keep repeating it.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's the condition.
Yeah.
If you do not improve, then it becomes infinite loop. You'll have to keep
Mm-hmm.
on doing it forever,
Okay.
right? And if you improve
Mm-hmm.
it, that's the condition. If you improve it, you're done. You can stop it,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Yes.
Repeat while is you keep doing it. It is my wish when I'll tell you stop.
Okay. But on
For
while loop,
loop,
it will stop
have
at certain point, whatever we condition we put, right?
condition. There will be
Mm-hmm.
condition. If condition is not met, then you can't stop. You will not stop. No,
Okay.
you can't stop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Then you have for loop.
Mm-hmm.
For loop has the fixed number of iteration. If
Mm-hmm.
you have to run it 10 times, if you
Mm-hmm.
know that you have to run it 10 times, you will use for loop. In for loop,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in the beginning,
How
how
many
many
times?
times you have to run the loop.
Okay. Mm. Got
Okay.
it. Mm-hmm.
So that's the difference between these three types of loops.
Yes.
So let's see the example here. This is an example of repeat. So repeat command and flower bracket open and flower bracket close.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if I say, have you copied this?
Yes.
Okay. If you want, I can forward you on your WhatsApp.
I already have that PPT.
Okay.
He sent
Perfect.
me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Uh, uh, okay. So repeat bracket open and inside you put cat
Mm-hmm.
slash n hello how are you and you run it. It is repeating unlimited number of times.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So to stop it, what you can do is, okay, so this is emergency stop. To stop it, what you can do is you can put a condition here.
Mm-hmm.
Some condition. I'm going to say I equal to 0. I'm giving some condition. I'm saying I equal
Mm-hmm.
to I plus 1. And I'm saying if I, okay, equal to, if was condition, so bracket open.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's I equal to 1000 or 100, let's say. Okay, bracket open,
Mm-hmm.
close. And I say here, uh, break. Break means come out of that. So I say break.
Okay.
Come
Mm-hmm.
out of the inner loop. So I say break. Now if I run this, how are you will run 100 times and stop.
Okay. 100 or 101? Okay.
So much of disturbance here. Okay, you tell me. Okay, let's say you tell me how many times it'll run.
101
Why 101?
because we put I i's value in I. So 100 plus 1, 101. No?
Okay, good point. What happens? I is 0, but here it becomes 1. So you're printing how are you? And then you're checking if I equal to 100. I is 1, not 100. You go
Okay.
back, I becomes 2, I becomes 3, I becomes 4. So becomes 100. So you'll
Okay.
have 1 to 100, right? Not 0 to
Mm-hmm.
100. And if you don't believe me, what you can do here is you can put um, slash n, then you say this I, comma, now you run and see. Okay, so it starts
Tell
from
me how many. Mm.
1, 2, 3, 4, up to 100. Okay, so the repeat itself will not have any way to stop. You have to have external way to stop it,
Mm-hmm.
different way to stop it. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
now let's compare this with our while loop.
Mm.
While condition, bracket open and statement, simple.
Mm-hmm.
While condition, bracket open and statement.
Mm-hmm.
So here I'm saying I equal to 0 while I less than 20. That's the condition. So
Yeah.
see, this is same as repeat. While repeat, bracket open, bracket close.
Mm-hmm.
Difference here is in repeat there is no condition. You have
Yeah.
to give
The
condition inside.
values. Okay.
In while you just say I less than 20, that's it. And you say I equal to I plus
I
1,
plus 1.
and then we'll copy the same set of code from here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So here in while we are not giving explicit condition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the break is done here itself. So if I run this, so 20 times it has run.
20 times. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the difference here is if you give wrong condition.
Mm-hmm.
For example, you don't give this. We comment I equal to I plus 1. Let's comment it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you comment it, what will happens? It will go on forever. You have given condition I less than 20 and
Mm-hmm.
I is 0. So always I is less than 0, 20, correct?
Yeah.
So that's why you have to be very careful with while. Condition, you have to give I equal to I plus 1, and then I will increase. This is example of while loop where you have a condition and only when condition meets, it's going to execute, right? Then now you have
Yes.
something called as for loop. In for loop, you need to give starting point and ending point.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I say for I in, okay, 1 colon 10, and I do same thing here. Okay. For this is the step I'm saying. I in. So I will take first 1, 2, 3, 4 up
Mm-hmm.
to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I will take
Yes.
first one value, then two value, then three value up to 10. So here there is no
Okay.
condition, there is no increment. Everything is done by for loop itself. I is
Mm-hmm.
automatically increased from 1 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
So you get, you know, 1,
Yeah.
2, 3 up to 10. This is how the repeat, while, and for loop behaves.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'll take 1 minute pause here. I want you to repeat whatever I've just said in your mind and tell me if you understood or not. Okay? Think
Yeah.
through in your mind and then tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Go through each of these. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Good to go?
Yes.
Okay. Now write one more assignment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Write a program to find to calculate average grade of 10 students. So you have to input marks, you have to calculate some average, give grade, everything that we did today, but for
Mm-hmm.
10 students. We have to do it in a loop.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Use the same program
Mm-hmm.
to do it in all three logic. Same program using repeat, while, and for loop.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
So, yeah, so same program, you have to do it in all the three types repeat, while, and for loop types.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
And
Mm-hmm.
these are your assignments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? 20, 21, 22. You can take a week to work on these assignments.
Mm-hmm.
All the three programs that I've given you, three or five programs,
Mm-hmm.
that you need to give me tomorrow itself, right? So that if
Yeah.
you are facing problem, we'll fix it. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
So we can do that. But these are to be done later. Okay, you
Okay.
can
Yeah.
take your
Mm.
time and do it. Not urgent.
Yes.
So with that, we finish our basic R program.
Mm-hmm.
What we have done just now, we are ready to go to next level. But we'll
Okay.
do two more important topics before we move from R to analytics.
From, okay.
Okay,
Mm.
functions. Functions are
Um.
there, recursion is there, and data reshaping.
Yeah.
Okay, and CSV, working with CSV. Okay, so three topics are there. Let's talk about function today itself. Is that okay?
I think it's but it's up to you. But I think it's too much.
Too noisy, yeah. I don't know why. That some marriage are going on, something they're shorting.
No,
Well,
the noise is not too much. I'm saying is I have to, I mean, learn or practice for the material. So is it okay if we start function tomorrow?
okay, sure.
Huh?
Okay, Jaspreet. Yeah, we'll do
Yeah.
tomorrow. Being
Yeah.
Sunday, tomorrow we can spend little same like little more hours, and we'll try to
Tomorrow
finish
we
as soon as
tomorrow
possible.
we are
Yeah,
doing training.
yeah, we are good. Same time, or let's do one thing.
Hmm?
Tomorrow, can we start little late, half an hour late?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
11 o'clock.
let's start.
Mhm.
Yes, is that okay with you?
Yeah, I didn't get my schedule from my job, but okay, I will tell you in the morning. Is
Okay,
that okay?
perfect.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can WhatsApp me. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
perfect. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.